I've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. And here is the legend himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And he'll be facing Terrance. This is Terrance Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
Look at this. These fighters are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner from...
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time. And there's the bell to start the round. Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. Those counter punches have to hurt. So much firepower here. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. And the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
You just see the nerves on that fighter stepping into the ring, Todd. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Counter, all hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. Not the best of rounds with 10. And we may see a stoppage here. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to...
And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. are back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nope, that hook won't score. It's all offense all the time. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but somehow he's still in it.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
That hook just can't find the target. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He scores with the counter. He's trying to fight back into this. Might just want to think of being a little more cautious, but look, he doesn't have that in his DNA. That counter shot lands. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none.
Why weren't they covering up? Knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Oh, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Where was the defense? Why weren't they covering up? Why weren't they more? He takes a knee, buys time, collects himself.
That's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the... And there's the bell to start the round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Didn't land that jab. And he scores with the counter. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Through the hook, didn't land. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Perfect counters. He's back on his feet, but at some point you have to think about the next fight and not this one.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Beautiful counter shot. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. We couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, half for half. You know, mano a mano. They're letting the shots go.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. The referee really thinking about stopping it. The referee says he can continue, but how much more does he have left?
Some fighters want...
What a nightmare scenario! And a smart move here to take a knee and get a break from all that beating.
Absolutely gassed out, didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
They ring the bell, and here we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Had a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Missing with the hook. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This may do it. It's all coming to an end. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. It's not over till it's over. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know you want to shake your leg. And that's here away from getting stopped.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Only catching air with that hook. So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
But now with
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
can make or break a fighter.
There's the bell to start the round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Beautiful counter punch. These two are the perfect dance partners. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Good punch. Throws the uppercut, but misses. defense is not an option for these two. Not a lot of defense here at all. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.